Yeah. Good morning to all. Mm, Yeah. Thank you for joining this session. Uh, Welcome you all from Logic Lab Technologies. Uh, my name is Srujan, and I will be the trainer for Solution AWS Solution Architect course. Uh, so the batch number is 215. I would like to welcome all for joining this session. I would request few things like I have disabled the mic options for you all friends. If you want to speak, please raise your hands so that I will try to enable your mic option, or you can have a chat option also to raise any doubts or concern or questions so that I will try to help you out on it. And one more thing is the session is in recording. So after the completion of this session, you will get a video of it. Okay. So let's going further. Let's me briefly introduce myself. My name is Srujan and I am having 8 years of experience in IT industry, working in an MNC. And coming to the AWS, I'm having around 5+ years of experience and I work as an AWS consultant. So I would request to note down this email ID. Let me share you this email ID so that it will be easy for you to communicate with our team for any kind of queries you are having. Okay. If possible, please note down this email ID. Okay. So the course has started from yesterday, and the duration of the course is 1 hour every day from Monday to Friday. The timing of the course is from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Okay. So, and the course fees is 2499. Okay. To know the course content, please scan the QR code. Anyway, I will discuss with you the related to the course content. If anyone wants to download the course, please scan this QR code. That will help you to understand. And the people who wants to register can scan this QR code below. Okay. So if any doubts related to the course or something, you can directly reach to the mobile numbers which are available, and you can reach to the support@logiclabstech.com also, and as well as the website too. Okay. The course of the duration will be of around 5 weeks. Mostly it will covers in 4 to 4 weeks, right? 5 weeks we are taking it as a buffer time for 1 week if something got delay. And for any queries related to the course, please approach the contact team, logiclabsteams.com. And the first 5 sessions will be free, friends. Okay. And after that, from the 6th session, we will get a new link, whoever has registered for this course. And one more suggestion, there is no change in the batch shifting of the timings and all. Once the timing is confirmed, the course will be scheduled in that similar way. So there will be no change in the batches. Okay. And one more thing to update is please join this WhatsApp group for further information so that whatever the doubts we have, you can approach them. This is the link which you please join this WhatsApp group. I would humble request you all so that you will get a quick response for your queries. Okay. And during the course, whatever the videos get recorded will be uploaded into the Graphy tool. Okay. So it will help you to view the recordings, and we will upload the notes also, which will be uploaded in the Graphy tool. Okay. And the Logic Labs support team will be available from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, I got it out here. Rias, you will get the recording, friend. Okay. Once you join this WhatsApp group, right? You raise a concern like I have missed the first day of the session. So please share us a video. Our team will get back to you. If possible, please join this our WhatsApp group or the email ID. They will surely reply back. Right? And actually, I'm repeating the same thing. Yesterday was the same thing happened. So we haven't discussed a new thing. So I'm repeating the new stuff again. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rias. So uh, going back to the slide. Yes. So whatever the recordings will be there that will upload into the Graphy tool, you will get a credential once you registered for the course. Okay. And whatever the notes we share will be available for you in the Graphy tool also. So no need to worry about the missing of the notes too. Okay. And coming further, if possible, please note down these mobile numbers also so that you will be in touch with them. Okay. So let's discuss about the course content, friends. Means what are we are going to learn in the coming sessions. Okay. So before going into the course content, just a brief chat with you all, like Nagalakshmi, Riyaz, Srinivasan, and Tulsiram. So you're all are freshers or experienced candidates are there in the session. You want to reply, you can reply on chat, no issues. Fine. So, just for understanding, like if the people are in experience, they can transition to the cloud. There will be no issue on it because cloud technology doesn't require any prerequisites. So that's the reason why I asked for the personal experience on this. So, how many of you all new to the AWS, like have hearing it first time today, or the people who are hearing it already? Like I know about the cloud. Anyone? Okay, so no response means I would think everyone knows about a little thing about cloud. Okay, right. So coming to the course, friends, this is a course content which we are going to learn down the line of 5 weeks. Okay, the first we will discuss about the network basics. Okay, I got some response. Okay, fine, Srinivasan. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the info sharing. Yes, we will try to learn the deep understanding of the AWS. So that we will discuss about the real-time scenarios also to understand further. Right. So AWS course which we will cover will have two components. One is the networking basics, which is a little bit some part of it. Okay, not in depth. We don't go in depth because in depth is not required currently for the AWS cloud. And then we'll discuss about and we will learn about the AWS cloud courses. Okay, so if we go further, coming to the network basics, we will discuss about certification levels. How does AWS certification path is there? What are the parameters and what kind of certification an engineer has to follow? These kind of things which we will discuss in the course. Okay, and we will discuss about the components of the computing. Okay, like understanding the core components of the compute. Okay, and we will discuss about the differences between the computer and the servers, right? And we'll discuss about the data centers, what the data center is. Okay, and then the introduction to the virtualization. Okay, so what is this virtualization, how it has came into the market, that we will discuss. Okay, and then we will discuss about types of clouds: public, private, and hybrid, right? And coming to the expenditure, we'll discuss about capital expenditures and the operational expenditure, right? And then we will come little bit we'll discuss a little bit about the networking part. Means what is LAN, what is WAN, what is IP addresses, what is IPv4, IPv6, what is private IP, what is public IP. Okay, and then network address translation we will discuss. Then we will discuss CIDR range for defining the network. Okay, and then we will discuss about the subnetting, like divide an existing large network into smaller manageable chunks. Okay, and then we'll discuss about the OSI models of it, right? Now, if we go further, we will discuss about the real topics of the cloud, okay, in-depth topics. So we'll discuss what is region, what is availability zone, we will discuss, right? We'll discuss higher availability, what the higher availability is, an overview of the AWS services, networking, storage, compute, database, DNS, etc. Okay, and identify the access management. What is IAM user? What is IAM roles? What is IAM policies? We will discuss. Okay, and next we will discuss about the VPC, virtual private cloud. This is the important topic, friends, because once you know about the VPC, you will able to understand the internal structure of the cloud, because we create a resource, let's say servers you create, lambda function you create, automation you create, but they all has to communicate within, and they have to stay live on the network. So that procedure is being provided by the VPC. So VPC will help us to communicate among the resources. Okay. Then we will discuss some internal parts of the VPC, which comes in networking, setting up for 40s, like VPC, subnets, NACL, route table, public-private route table, internet gateway. Okay, what is mean by NAT? What is mean by elastic IP? What is mean by security groups? Okay, and then we will discuss about the compute part. Compute part means we know for any application we run, we need CPU, memory, and the storages, right? So the provision of CPU and memory is provided by the compute. Okay, here we will discuss about the Elastic Compute Cloud, which is called as a Linux, Windows, and then we'll discuss about the instance type, which is called as on-demand instance, reserved instance, right? And we'll discuss about the AMI, Amazon Machine Image, which is one of the services provided by the AWS. And then we will discuss about the storage, means block storage, elastic block storage, and we'll discuss about the volumes too. Okay, and then we'll discuss about the snapshot, like what is the use of the snapshot, how it is used. Okay, and then we'll discuss about the elastic file system, EFS. Okay, and then we'll discuss about what the use of EFS and the difference between the EFS and the EBS. Okay, and then we'll discuss about the second part of the AWS course, that is higher availability. What's the meaning of higher availability? What is the meaning of scaling of the resources, like horizontal scaling, vertical scaling? Okay, and we'll discuss about the load balancers. What is mean by load balancer? What is the meaning of classic load balancers, network load balancers? Okay, and then the application load balancers we'll discuss in this. Okay, and if we go further, we'll discuss about the storage part also, which is S3, simple storage services, Amazon S3, Amazon Intelligent Tires. So Amazon S3 was the first services provided by the AWS. It was the oldest and the first service provided by the AWS, which is still running, and the most of the infras and most of the IT people are appreciating for using this service, friends. Okay, so we will discuss about this also in the topic, right? And we all know that the DB is required nowadays, right? You have a chunk of data, you have to manage the DB. Okay, so multi-agent is there, backup and restore is there. We'll discuss how to create a relational database, right? We'll discuss about the DynamoDB also. It is also one of the type of the RDS. And we'll discuss about the Route 53 too. What is the meaning of Route 53, how it works. Okay. And routing policies also we will discuss. Simple routing, weighted average, latency-based routing, right? And few more additional topics which we add is simple email services, AWS backup services, identity access management further, and AWS CLI command. So here you have the word CLI. What does CLI means? CLI means command line interface means. So nowadays we are using the GUI, means we will have a console there, you will click the pointers and automatically your services will be created. But what if we go via command lines? Okay, just few typing of the commands, your infrastructure will be ready for you. You can create the resources from the command. So that is also one of the way of using the AWS. Okay. So till now, any doubts, friends, regarding the course or any additional course you want to add in it? Any topics you want to add? Please let me know. All good, right then? Right. Okay, fine. So currently in the market, there are three clouds available. One is Azure, another one is AWS, and third one is GCP. Okay. So this is the thing which is okay. So currently the market is running on these three clouds only. Sorry for the disturbance. So this is the main thing which is available in the market. Okay. Now let's discuss few slides which I have prepared for them as an introductory. Give me a second. This one, yes. Fine. So we will discuss about what is computers, what is evolution of the computers, data center. We have went to these slides yesterday. Anyway, I will share this slide just for introduction. I will go on a fly for it. Okay. So we will discuss about what is computers, what is data centers, and what is cloud technologies. Uh, Friends, you can stop me in between the session if you have a doubt. It is fine to speak in between the session. No issues. Right. Next, you can see the person's name. He's Charles Babbage. Sorry, his name is Charles Babbage. He's the one who has introduced the computer concepts to the world, on which now the computers, the laptops which are running, that has been based on the concepts provision by the person Charles Babbage. Okay, and what is meant by computers? Computers are electronic device for storing and processing the data, typically in the binary form, according to the instruction given it to the variable program, right? Then we will have a data centers, a large group of network people, computers are was typically used for organizations. So what is the difference between the computers and the data center? Computer means you will have a one laptop or one PC, you will use it. What about the data centers? Data center means it's a chunk, it's a large hall, will be almost like a size of a one football court, where you will have a racks. In the racks, you will have machines of highest configuration, like 500 GB RAM, 266 VPC count, right? That kind of configurations will be available, where whole data will be stored, it will be interlinked, and the people around the globe will try to access the data centers actually. Okay, so this is how the data center works. Okay, coming to the cloud technologies. Till now we discussed what is computers, what is data center, but what about cloud technology? Cloud technology means the cloud is a virtual space that exists on the internet. It is a storage space where people can place their digital resources such as software, applications, and files. Okay, I want to remove one myth, that is cloud technology doesn't mean that the computers will be available on the cloud. No, it is not like that. Okay, the main internal meaning of cloud technology is the provision of the virtual space where you can use the resources and complete your task by sitting at your home only, by not maintaining any resources, by not taking any headache of the maintenance. You simply buy the resources, you do your work, and done. So that is what the cloud technology means. Okay. So here you may think that I am already having a data center. Why to go for a cloud technology? See, to run a data center, the first company has to build it. Okay. So the pre-investments are required. You have to create a data center. You have to establish a whole data center infrastructure. It is fine. Some investment is done. What about its maintenance? You need a data engineers, you need a data center engineers to maintain it, right? You need to maintain the cooling temperatures. You need to maintain the hardware resources also. So these are all the extra expenses which an IT team has to bear. So to eradicate these kind of expenses and all, the cloud has introduced into the market in which it is like a turnkey system where you buy the product, you pay the money for the product, use it, and after that you can simply decommission it, and that's it. Okay, so here you are paying for the only services, not for the resources, not for the maintenance of the resources. So that is what the difference between the data center and the cloud technologies. Okay, here you can see it's a simple structure of the cloud, right? So this is a user device and this is a cloud in which you will have a servers and the machines, right? On that you will have application, the database. Here you can see the user is accessing remotely via internet, and he is trying to access the application as well as the database, which is been located on the cloud. So this is what the cloud technology does for us. Okay. In cloud, there are three types of cloud: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. We have heard these three words from the IT industry. What is mean by compute? Compute refers to a physical server comprising the processing, memory, and the storage required to run an operating system. Okay, so computer contains four main things. One is a processor, one is the memory, next part is storage, and fourth part is network. Okay, so these are the four things on which the components depends. Okay, what is mean by CPU? CPU is simply, we can say, as a brain of a computer. Okay, it will simply carries out the instructions in a form of a programs. Okay, what is mean by RAM? RAM is a very high speed storage for data stored and integrated circuit chips. We all know these basics. Just for refreshment, I am sharing this point. We know about the storage and the network. What is mean storage? The data where you want to save it, whether it's in the form of a pen drive or it's a form of hard disk, right? And NIC is a very, very important thing for us. Physical, it is a virtual network interface card, which will help us to communicate with the large network of the world, right? Here you can see this is what the real structure of the data centers and the physical machines. Here you can see the person is there. He's fixing one board into it. These are all called as a racks machines. Okay, these are the physical machines on which the virtual machines are get created and use those resources. So let's discuss about few things, the difference between the computers and servers. So friends, any idea what computers and the servers? Any suggestions, any inputs? Okay, fine. So the difference between the computer and the server is computer will also similarities. Let's discuss about the similarity first, friends. Okay, computer will have a CPU, server will have a CPU, right? Computer will have a RAM and the servers will also RAM. Okay, and computer will have additional storage to store data and server will have additional storage to store the data. It will have a NIC. Obviously, server will also have a NIC to communicate. So let's see the difference between the computers and the servers. Okay. So coming to the computers, computer will have a operating system, but only one user can access at a time. What it means is you have your personal laptop. You try to log into the personal laptop, only one person can log in at a time. But for server, it is not like multiple users can log in into the servers with the help of a RDP and SSH. Okay. To run the computer, you need physical things like CPU, like keyboard, mouse, and all. But for the server, you don't need anything. You can connect remotely and do stuff on it. So that is what the difference between the computers and the servers. Okay, so this is how the data center looks, right? Okay, so till now, any doubts, friends? Please let me know. Fine. Right. So let's see how we can log in into the AWS console. Okay, but before that, we have to create an account. In the coming sessions, I will discuss with you to create the accounts. Right? Let me Before going into the session further, friends, remember one point. The services which are available in the AWS are some are costly, means some are chargeable. There are few services which are not chargeable. So whenever you do the practice, please check whether it's a free tier or not. If it is free tier, it will display the right hand side like this. This resource is free tier, use this option. Okay, what happening nowadays is we create a service that has happened to me myself. I for the practice I created one services. I used it and forgot to delete it. What happened? I got a bill of around something like 5,000 or 6,000 rupees. So that thing we have to bear on ourselves. So always keep in mind whatever you create at the time, after the work done, immediately delete it. Okay, it will save your time and as well as your money. Okay, if you keep it left open, it will cost you a lot. Okay, so be careful while using the AWS. Okay, so for creation of the AWS, two things are required. One is an email ID. That email ID should not be used before for the creation of the AWS console. The second thing is a credit card. Credit card will help you as a authority purpose, authentication only purpose. They will use it. Okay, so these are two things which are required while creation of the AWS account. Okay, so let's go back to this. So friends, this is how the AWS console looks like. Okay, this is totally called as an AWS console. Okay. In the top left hand side, you will have a search bar. You will have services also. So whatever services you want, you can go through it. Okay, and if you want to search for the specific services, type it as EC2. You can see this is what the instance is. This is how we can log in into the AWS console. If you want to log out, you can simply click here and say log out. So you automatically get signed up. Yeah. So this is how the AWS console looks like. In the real time also, the console looks same, friends. Okay. So wherever you go, the console will be same. Maybe some services may not be available due to the permissions levels, but most of the part, this is how the AWS console looks like. Okay. So let's discuss some more topics of it. Let's open the, yes. So you're visible, you're able to see the words, right? Just confirm. Otherwise, I will increase the font size of the typing actually. Okay, fine. Thank you, Riaz. Thank you, Srinivasan. Thank you very much for the confirmation. Right. So let's discuss about two topics today, a simple topics. We don't go into depth. Okay. Let's discuss a few topics. We'll discuss about region and availability zone. So any suggestions? What is mean by region? What is mean by availability zone? Any suggestions on this? I'm just want to make the session interaction. That's why I'm asking. Otherwise, no issues. If you don't know, you can say no. Uh, no, Tulsiram, actually, we don't cover Kubernetes container registry. These are the topic comes under the DevOps part. So I'm covering only the infrastructure level services. So these topics are not covered in my course actually. Okay. Uh, so that is the thing. If you want, you can check with the team. But in my course, Kubernetes, ECS are not available actually. There are other few courses available in the logic labs, which will teach this in the containerization concepts actually. That's it, right? We know the basics of this API and the transit, but coming to the real time, you need to go with a tutor who can guide you to teach you on that, right? I would suggest our team to approach you, or you can simply put this topic into the chat of the WhatsApp group so that they will come and teach you about it. Okay, right. So one more thing the Riyaz is asking is region could be a different country or state. Okay. Yes, the region is bound to the country, Rias. Okay, let me go through it. Right. For the usage of the services, the region has been created, friends. The regions has been established among the different continents and different countries actually. Okay. So basically, if you go to the net and if you hit enter, type. Okay. Now come down. If you see, come into the North America, this is called as a region. So you can see it is Oregon is there, Northern California is there, right? Canada is there. So they have created few data centers, you say cloud providers available in that continent or in that region. So those are called as a region. Okay. So these regions are independent, friends. Okay. They are not interlinked together. If you want to get interlinked, then you have to do the VPC peering or region peering. Okay. But by default, those are all independent and isolated. So whatever the services you use in one region, that will not be reflected in another region. For that, you have to again create the same service in that region and make a pairing of it. Okay. So each region is isolated to itself. Okay. And they are totally follow the strict security norms so that no hackers can access those networks, cannot breach those networks. Okay. And coming to the US, you will have 6 to 7 regions available. Come down, you can see the availability zone. What is mean by this availability zone? It is showing the count of 4. In something it is showing 6. Somewhere it is showing 3. Okay. So the region will have an availability zone. Availability zones are like subzones where you can create your resources. If for a bad time one availability zone goes down due to any disasters, automatically the another availability zone will come into the picture and restore your services. So that is the reason why the availability zones are created. They are differentiated based on the subnets of the network. Okay. So that is the main use of using the availability zones, friends. Okay. So if you see, one more thing I want to suggest is whatever the server you create in that region, that will be available for that region only. Okay. It is not like that once you create one EC2 in one region, that will be available in remaining all regions. No, it is not like that. If you have created the EC2 in US East 1, or let's say in Northern Virginia, that means that server is related to Northern Virginia. It is not related to any other region. Okay, right? So in the same fashion, if you go to South America, there is one region also there, which is called as Santa Paula. Okay, here you can see. If you come to the Europe, you have different places. In UK, in Germany, in Spain, you will have. Okay. In the same fashion, in the Middle East also, you can say Dubai, Bahrain, and all. Okay. And coming to the Africa region, also we will have one which is in South Africa. Okay. And then Asia Pacific is there. Asia Pacific is there, and then the Australia and the New Zealand regions are also there, friends. So this is how the regions has been established. Here you may get a doubt why they have created the different locations, the regions. The simple is the availability of the resources for the people who are near to that region. Okay, suppose my company is there, I manufacture ice creams. Okay, and my whole structure and infrastructure is available in India only. Okay, and I want to use the cloud for my IT services. I will not go to US and take a help of that region, right? I will simply go to the region which is located in my area, right? I will go for Asia Pacific. There I will search for the resources available in India and I will opt for it. So this will decrease my latency. Do you know what is meant by latency? Latency means delay, right? In the network, sometimes you will see the website will take time to load. Okay, so to sidetrack these kind of issues, we go for this region confined systems. Okay, so that is the reason why we use this specific regions and the specific availability zones. Okay, here you may get a doubt, how can I see which region I have opted in the AWS console? For that, what you have to do is you have to signing into the AWS console. Okay, and then enter your credentials. Okay. If you go to the far top right hand side, you will see N Virginia. Okay. Click this and select your options, whichever you want. These are all the regions, friends. You are currently in Northern Virginia. If you want to go for Ohio, select US East Ohio. So whatever the services available, whatever the EC2 instances you are having will be reflected in this. Okay. So here you can see the name has changed from N Virginia to Ohio. A similar way you can select, let's say Mumbai. Okay, Asia Pacific Mumbai. Now, whatever service you want to create, that will be created on the Mumbai region. So this is how you can change your regions. Okay, for the practice purpose, I would suggest go for the Northern Virginia. That is easy and fine for you. And for all of us, I recommend this. Okay, so this is how we select our regions. Okay, so any doubt, friends, in this? Let's discuss one more topic, friends. That is related to the accounts. Okay, means who is the person logged into the AWS console. If you see the far left right hand side, you click this option. Here, this is the account ID, friends. So whatever the account you create, this is the account ID for which you are working. Okay, the bills will be generated based on this account ID only. And here it will show who is the user login currently into the console. Okay, you go to the billing dashboard. The billing dashboard will help us to know what are the services which are charging me. Okay, so here you can see the current charge is $4. Okay, here you can see in the left hand side, you can see click bills. Okay, bills will help us to understand further on it. Okay, and then we have to discuss about the payments also. If you want to pay the payment, you can simply go from here and you can do the payments for it. Okay, and you can check the credits also. If any credits are there, you can add those credits into this. Okay, and if you want to have a purchase order, you can add the purchase order. Now coming a little bit further, you will have a cost explorer, friends. Okay, coming to the cost management, here you will able to see how the billing has been done, for what purpose the billing has been done for. Okay, so this is what the cost is. It will shows the monthly wise, day wise cost expenditure. Okay, so this is how the expenditure works. Okay, so here you can see the various estimations and cost of the resources and all, right? So this is how we can see the services usage and the costing. Okay, so this is the thing which I thought to discuss with you friends today's session. So if any doubts, anything, please let me know, friends. And I would request, please join this WhatsApp group, right? Which will help you to understand and your queries, like Tulsiram has asked some questions, right? Tulsiram, you can directly chat to this group. You can join this WhatsApp group. They will give you full feedback of the course, related to the course, if any options we have. Okay, and one more thing I thought to share with you is email ID. Please follow the email ID. Any doubts you have, you can consult with them. Okay, so let me stop the recording. So today's recording will be shared to you